welcome back to my channel. My name is Kilee and today we're going to be decorating my front porch for Halloween 2023. We are rolling right along with Halloween decor videos. I've already shared my entire front yard setup and today we're going to be talking about the porch. There's going to be tons of DIYs, lots of great ideas on a budget, and so many things that you can get inspiration for your yard, or if you just want to hang out with me and get some spooky vibes, this is the place to do it. If you've never seen my channel before, my name is Kilee. I'm 32 years old and I have 3 kids and I love to decorate. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all holidays, but Halloween is always where I shine. So today I will be sharing my passion and my love of Halloween decor with you guys. I have spent the last several days decorating. I did all of this all by myself and I am so proud of it. I think this is definitely my best year yet. Now I say that every year, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not wrong this year. So sit back, relax, get your spooky vibes on. We are going to be decorating and hanging out together while I do my front porch. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take these pumpkins, cut the bottoms out, and put them over the top of the existing walkway lights I have to make jack-o'-lanterns. This is a super simple way to use something you already have and make it into decor. My lights come on at dark and then the jack-o'-lanterns light up, which looks great. And you can use any kind of walkway lights for this and it makes a huge impact. I'm going to start off on the porch by clearing off pretty much everything. I will be reusing a lot of my fall decor for the Halloween setup, but I need to start with a blank slate. I have already decorated my front yard for Halloween and shared that video, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. In the yard, one side is a graveyard and skeleton theme and the other side is a witch theme. So for the front porch, I wanted to do a jack-o'-lantern and ghost theme. I have so much Halloween decor that I thought it would be nice this year to kind of make totally different little setups for each section of my outdoor decor. You guys know I'm all for reusing decor from year to year and that I will never be the type of influencer who can link every single thing that I have because so much of it is old and a lot of it's secondhand and I just can't. But I do try to do things that are going to give you guys some inspiration even if I can't link the entire setup. So last year I used some wooden stakes, zip tied the pumpkins to them, and used them as an entrance for my graveyard. But this year I'm going to be using the same materials to create a little pumpkin topiary to go on either side of my door. The wooden stakes from last year already have some skulls and jack-o'-lanterns zip tied to them, so I'm going to put those on either side of the door. Since I change my decor setup every year, I don't ever make anything super permanent because a lot of times I will take it all apart and use it for something different the next year. Maybe I just have commitment issues, but I like to create new things for y'all from year to year too. That being said, I'm going to be using bricks to make these stay upright. But if you wanted to create these for your house and use them every year, you could easily make a little base out of wood for them so they stood up on their own. You could even put them into a planter pot with a little bit of cement and then they would really stay up great. There are so many options for ways you could make this that you could use. It just really depends on what your needs are and what you want. So once I got both sides sturdy and all the pumpkins spaced out properly, I took some fall garland and filled it in around the wooden stakes and in between the jack-o'-lanterns and skulls so it would look really full. All of the pumpkins on these topiaries are from my mom, so I can't link them. They're all pretty vintage. As you can see, there is a Casper one and that one's probably from the 90s, but they're so cool, so I can't pass up using them, but unfortunately I can't link them. You can get a lighted pumpkins like this from a lot of places though, and I will link a couple options down below for you guys. Just to introduce myself if you're new here, my name's Kilee. I'm 32 years old and my middle name is really Rainbow. I make YouTube videos about home decor, holidays, DIYs, and motherhood, and I like to keep it real. I'm a normal mom with a normal house. I just happen to show mine on the internet. I live in North Carolina, I have 3 kids, and I'm married to my husband Tim, who works in the oil field, which means he's hardly ever here, y'all. I want to be your new mom friend who will encourage you, give you life hacks to be the mom you want to be, and I promise that I will never judge you as long as you don't judge me for the several clean laundry baskets I have in the laundry room right now that I don't want to put away. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I put out videos here all the time on YouTube, and I also post a lot on TikTok and Instagram. So since I'm securing mine with cinder blocks, I definitely couldn't just leave those hanging out. So I put a bunch of pumpkins, hay bales, fall leaves, whatever I could find to kind of camouflage the bricks around the bottom. I do like everything to look super extra and full and like Halloween exploded on my front porch. So it doesn't really bother me to have to put a bunch of stuff around the bottoms. But like I said before, if you wanted to use planters or something, that would be a super easy way to do it too. I don't know if you guys have seen the viral TikTok ghost, but I decided that I would make 1 or 2 or maybe 3 for my porch. To make these, you're gonna need a tomato cage, a bunch of zip ties. As usual, you guys know I love zip ties, and if you are gonna do a Halloween DIY, you need to buy a lot of zip ties. You're also gonna need a foam ball, which by the way, is more expensive than I thought it was. In hindsight, I definitely should have got some of the foam craft heads. Those are way cheaper. You're also gonna need white lights and a sheet and something to make the eyeballs out of. I'm sure you can kind of gather where I'm going with this, but just zip tie the end of the tomato cage together, stick the ball on the top, and then zip tie the lights on and cover it with a sheet. I used an old white flat sheet, but you can totally buy fabric if you want to. I just don't use flat sheets in my house, so I have plenty of them laying around. And then in a few minutes, you're gonna see us put the eyeballs on. I ended up using cardboard for the eyeballs. I painted it black, cut it into an oval, and just hot glued it on there. Worked great. I think it turned out super cute, and for the most part, I think all the materials are pretty easy to come by and inexpensive. All right, night 1, this is where we're at. I know I decorate for a living, but I'll be honest with you guys, I just kind of wing it. I go off of vibes and feel and just move things around until I feel like they're in the right spot. I like to share that process with you guys because I feel like sometimes on social media, people just show up at the end result or they make it look super simple, and that's not always the case. Sometimes this takes hours. This whole porch setup took me several evenings of work, and I did it all by myself, and it was a lot, but I love doing it. I just want you guys to know it's not just like an overnight thing. I move things around several times until it just looks good, and I think that's totally okay and part of it. So as you can see, I'm adding things in, taking them out, putting them back, all that stuff, and there's no really rhyme or reason. It just is what it is. My setup did have some little holes that I wanted to fill in, so I used some of these orange stems that I got from Temu. I will link them down below. I know some people like Temu, some people hate it, but I've gotten some pretty good stuff for really inexpensive, so check it out if you want. These stems worked out great to fill in some of the places that needed it and made everything look super full. I did decide to do a second ghost by the front of the walkway. My 7-year-old daughter, Kilee, wanted to help me with this one. She is wearing a dance costume in this video, but you know what? She looks great. She's here for the Halloween vibes. Because decorating is my job, I try to be really mindful about letting the kids help when they want to, because for them, decorating is just a part of their childhood. I never want them to feel like it's not fun or exciting when the decor goes up, even though sometimes it feels like work to me. So I do try to take the time, and even if I'm in work mode, and let them help. So we did do this ghost together and she was super proud of it. This ghost is going to end up being a little bit more out in the elements since it's not under the porch, but it's done fine so far. The sheet dries anytime it like rains, and if it's gonna be super windy or something, I just move it into the garage. So not too bad, it worked out fine. In case you are new or wondering what you can expect on my channel, let me give you a little rundown. This is my favorite time of year and we are up to our eyeballs in decor. You can expect tons of holiday content from here on out to the end of the year. This is the second part of my Halloween decor series and I'm not done yet and I'm loving it. After this, I'm gonna be sharing decorating inside my house for Halloween. Then we're gonna do a full Halloween home tour so you guys can see it all lit up and exciting and good to go. And I think that I might even do some fun Halloween party ideas. Let me know if you wanna see that one. Anyway, there's so much fun stuff in store for the next few months. I can't wait to share, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. You guys can always count on me to be extra, so we're not done. I did feel like the sides of the porch just needed something and there was like empty dark spot in the corners. So a very easy way to utilize what you already have and make some Halloween decor is by getting some branches from your yard, spray painting them black and sticking them wherever you need some filler. I also put some lights on them because I felt like the corners were dark, and then I hung some tiny little pumpkins that I had off of them like little ornaments, and I think it was the perfect way to fill the space in. And yes, maybe a little over the top and extra, but oh well, that should literally be my middle name. The chair that I have on the porch was also a little empty, and while the easy thing to do would have been to just put a pillow in it, I thought a ghost sitting there would be super fun. Unfortunately, I was out of tomato cages and foam balls, and I was not about to pay $16 for another foam ball from the craft store. So I just figured I could use what I already had. This is your reminder that you can make decor out of literally anything. I'm about to do it. I found some old pots and an old jack-o'-lantern to use as the head. I secured them together, put some lights over them, and then put a sheet over it. And what do you know? I had another ghost. You don't have to use a tomato cage, it turns out. I also put a sheer sheet over this ghost since it was a little bit like wonky of a shape, and I thought that this would make it look cool, and maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I think it turned out nice though, and I'm really glad that I decided to add him in because it makes it look like a little fun ghost party on my porch, and I love that. Okay, so I'm about to change out my garden flag. This is what I had for fall. It's cute, right? But I found this one from the company Look Human. This isn't sponsored. I bought these with my own money. So this is option 1. You guys know I'm a book girly, and so I saw this one too and I loved it. But I think I'm gonna do Village Witch because it's a little bit more Halloweenish. I will be linking these below, but these are perfect. They have so many really hilarious little garden flags. I couldn't get over it, but let's do Village Witch. Maybe I'll just switch it out every now and then. y'all, so let's take a look at how it looks at night. I'm so excited. This is definitely my favorite porch setup ever. I know I say that every year and in every video, but I do think that this one takes the cake, and maybe I just get better and better. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think, and if you try any of these ideas I've given you, please make sure to tag me because I would love to see it. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and getting spooky with me today, and if no one's told you lately, I think you're doing a really great job. As always, thank you guys so much for watching me. I love you, and I will see you guys next time.